What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, I wanted to showcase one of my favorite Pokemon that got buffed in this current season, which is Shadow Sableye. This Pokemon, with that increased damage to foul play, is even better neutrally than it was before, and because I love using flexible Pokemon, and because this is the epitome of flexibility, I feel like Shadow Sableye is a lot of fun to use. I'm going to pair it up with Corviknight as well as Shadow Celio, so let's get into the battles and see what this team can do. Alright, we got a battle. Corviknight into Tinkaton. Well, does not get much better than this. My Sableye wants to avoid this at all costs. I'm not actually running Iron Head, so it's not, like, the best possible matchup for me. Okay. This is kind of weird, right? Because I don't have a hard counter to this, but I can probably chip it down quite a bit. Alright, I'm fine with this. It's a CMP on a Weather Ball, right? Weather Ball's not going to one-shot us. Yeah. And I did boost my attack stats, so maybe we get a shield here as well. But my sand attacks are doing remarkably little to this Pokemon right now. Big Air Cutter. You actually see a no shield. Maybe a bad play, but I'm going to bring in Sableye here. And while I say it's a bad play, I feel like, honestly, Tinkaton's not going to be the best hard counter to Sableye just in general. Because these Shadow Claws are still going to shred. And Foul Play did get buffed as well in this season. So this is, like, maybe still playable for us. They're at 7, so they have a play rough right now. Looks like I don't quite two-shot them, though. But that's fine. I'm still going to shield this up, because I feel like Sableye is going to be better in the backline. Wow, they bait us. Insane. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're at the next play rough potentially now. Likely going to see a no-shield by them. But we'll catch the move here. It could be a Bulldoze bait again, but it's likely a play rough this time. We save our Sableye. And we probably get an Air Cutter off at the very least. Oh, they bait us again. That's insane. And we do reach this move, although I think they survive this and get another Incinerate through. Or I think I survive, rather, and get another Incinerate through against us. Yeah. Which is a little bit scary, giving this thing that much of an energy lead. But, I mean, I survive a Seed Bomb here. And I still do have my Sableye in the back. This is going to be a closer game than I'd like it to be, though. Because Celio does not have a lot of immediate pressure into this Pokemon. Let's see what they do. I would imagine we see a shield. Oh, well, don't I just Shadow Claw down then? We'll see. I think I Shadow Claw everything down, but it might be kind of close with that Tinkaton still around. Okay, we do farm that down. They get a Bulldoze. Please tell me Bulldoze is not enough. I know it's not a good move, but I think it might be enough here to knock us out. Oh, no. No! Oh, man. That's tragic. That's so sad. Should have gone for the shield KO? I guess so, yeah. I actually probably should have. The shield KO might have actually happened there. Oh, I'm so bad at this game. That's tragic. I can't believe that just happened. Alright, Corviknight into Cradily. So it is Shadow Cradily, which I honestly have no idea if that's any better or worse for me, but it's going to guarantee that my sand attacks do 2 damage per turn. I'll go for the Air Cutter before they can debuff us here as well. If I get a boost, I'm sure this is actually a pretty decent matchup. Maybe they can two-shot us pretty comfortably with these Rock Tombs. Okay, we're at 9. I'm going to swap here. Yeah, that's actually kind of an awkward matchup. They can go for the Rock Tomb here pretty early on, but these Shadow Claws have put them into Air Cutter range. And my Sableye, while it is going to be debuffed, is still going to be up in so much energy that I can probably still put in a lot of work. And if they stay in especially, that's really not bad. My back-to-back foul plays. If they shield, I have another one ready to go. If they no shield, then I still have a lot of energy and a very decent switch clock for the back line. Okay, they let it go. I mean, I'm fine if they no-shield this, but I'm just gonna go for the bait. Talonflame is a little bit scary, though. Get a shield, love to see that. Tomb. Whoa. Was not expecting that to come in. Corviknight does not appear to have a lot of play in this game, so I'm actually just going to bring it in here. We catch a Surf, too, which is pretty nice. I don't really want to knock out this Jellicent here. So I'm going to go for a Great. Because if I knock out Jelly, they get extra energy on that Talonflame. But I mean, with a boost now, I might get a payback off, too. Yeah, I mean, that's also really good damage to land into them. So that was pretty awkward for, I think, both sides there, but we did play it correctly, I think. Yeah, that is actually so much damage. Now we can just Powder Snow and Shadow Claw through this. And even a Brave Bird doesn't knock us out here, so we don't even need the shield that we still have. They actually do Brave Bird, but as I said, we survived that. Nice. Okay. Okay, let's go. We got Corviknight into Cradily again. This time the non-Shadow variant. Let's see how this plays out. I was a little bit disappointed with how bad Corviknight was into that Shadow Cradily. Okay. They instantly rocked him here. Thoughts on Wholesome dying? Oh no, Wholesome! We kind of needed him. I can't believe he's dead. I'm just going to overfarm here. I know they're likely just going to go for a debuff and swap. But again, I feel like our damage output is still high enough that it's fine being debuffed. Well, that's not the best thing to see. But I guess as far as things go that counter Sableye, this could be worse. Could be like a Wigglytuff, right? And I still have energy on my Corviknight. And I might even get to 3 Foul Plays. Interesting. I actually CMP them here on this Trailblaze. Is there ever a chance that like 5 Powder Snows would knock them out? There's a chance. I don't know how high of a chance 5 Powder Snows would do it from here. I'm so tempted to find out, though. I'm going to swap. It could be a big misplay doing this. I'm putting faith in the Powder Snow buff. And honestly, my faith was not misplaced. Look at that. We get the full farm down. We do see a Jellicent in the back, which is not amazing. We'll see what we can do here, though, because I still have some energy across the board, right? So it's not the worst case scenario, but it's definitely not the best. And they give me, rather, a second Surf here. So my Celio, unironically, has done quite a bit of work so far. We get a shield with a Surf. Well, that was more than I ever expected my Celio to do here. Okay. Okay. They bring in the Cradily. This is still going to be a little bit dicey. I hope Air Cutter is enough here. There's always a chance it's not, right? Okay, it does knock out. I think Air Cutter might be enough to put them into Shadow Claw downrange. So even with a bait here, we should be fine. Shield this up. Shadow Ball would basically knock us out here. Surf would not, but it would be close. Okay, they do Shadow Ball. I'm going to Air Cutter again, because I feel like one Shadow Claw from Sableye still will do the job. And they can never get to back-to-back moves, at least not before I'd either send attack down or land the Air Cutter. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Bit of an awkward game there, but luckily Celio into Jellicent, I guess, got way more play than I was expecting it to. I don't know why they shielded that Jellicent, though. They probably should have just thrown energy earlier instead. CTU, oh no, he's good. Corviknight into Ninetales. Surely a winning matchup for the Steel type. You know, maybe he thinks I'm on Ironhead, though. There's always a chance he thinks I'm on Ironhead. Because I did run Ironhead at Las Vegas. How was that a CMP? No boost. I don't even know how we CMP'd. I'm so confused right now. Okay. I'm gonna let this go. Oh, we actually survived. Nice. I didn't even know if we would. We can just barely outpace here. And this should get the knockout or a shield. I would be very happy either way. Okay, we get this out of the way. They come in here, though, with a Licky Licky. Which is a little bit awkward for us, I'm not gonna lie. I think it could be a Jellicent in the back. I'm gonna come in Celio. Because while this isn't great, taking the rollout damage, I'm sure we can still put in some work here. Big Shadow Ball makes a lot of sense. 3. They're at the next Body Slam right now. Oh, but we actually can just barely outpace them here to this Body Slam. Okay. Alright. I'm going to put a lot of faith right now in my Sableye. Hopefully that faith is warranted. They should be at 3 right now. So 4, 5, 6. So if they bait us here, they're at the move here in 1. They don't bait. I'm still going to throw immediately, though. Or after 1, that is, because I still have an energy lead into the backline. No shield, okay. It is a Gastro in the back. Okay, interesting. I don't know if I have enough damage here. Not what I thought it would be. I was really hoping for a Jellicent. I don't think I have the damage. No, I don't. I don't have the damage, chat. This is so awkward. I cannot believe it. Oh, man. Body Slam just knocks us out, right? There's no way it doesn't. Yeah. Oh, man. That's so sad. They were so weak to Corviknight, but, like, not really, because Corviknight doesn't beat anything. Ace. Oh, my goodness. Corviknight into Shadow Altaria. Okay, not a great lead matchup, but I bet Shadow Sableye is pretty good on the safe swap here. And if I can chip them down a little bit, then it's not going to necessarily be bad for me, for the Corviknight. Alright, they throw the Sky Attack immediately, so I get a full Shadow Claw sneak. And while these Dragon Breaths are adding up, my Shadow Claws are as well. Okay. Well, it's really good to bait this out. I probably should have thrown before now, so I could have got both shields from them, but whatever. But now what I can do is, because I forced them into a CMP here, potentially I can use this as a way to swap back into my Corviknight and save my Sableye. Which might be a good idea, I don't know. Be better than nothing. I would not be surprised with a Gourgeist in the back. 5, okay. So they instantly throw the Night Slash. They likely can swap right back, though, into Altaria. Okay. Okay, so you see the final Pokemon here. This is going to be a very delicate balance. They instantly throw. That's a smart play. I was hoping to land that move here, because they're outside of Body Slam range. I need a lot of energy here. Okay. I mean, honestly, they might be in, like, Powder Snow plus Body Slam range. Also, doesn't Surf do more damage here? Maybe I should Surf. Well, I probably shouldn't Surf this. But I mean, we can do 5 now and swap to Sableye if we need to. Actually, maybe I should have Surfed that. Because I definitely get the farm down. Okay. Dude, let's go. Triple Surf. Triple Surf was the play. Shadow Celio in the back is just nuts. I can't believe we just won that one. That's amazing. That was a fun game. Single moved seal? Yeah. Who needs Body Slam? That does do more raw damage, right? I'm not crazy here. Let's see. Celio. I think it does. I think I heard someone say it does. Into Celio. Body Slam. It does like one more damage. 42 compared to 43 damage. So literally not even close to an efficient thing to do. Like, technically it is, I guess. I don't know. Into Altaria, it's 32 to 31. So it is also one more damage there. Wow, that is remarkably small of a damage increase. It's good to know it's like, it's so minuscule. All right, got another match. Corviknight into Shadow Abomasnow. Why is this gonna be so much worse than I would want it to be? You know, I'm a Steel and Flying type into a Grass and Ice type. But why do I feel like I'm in a bad spot here? I feel like I'm in such a bad spot. We do 2-shot. But the big issue is they outpace us in the Zero Shield matchup. We'll do this, though, because it's really mean. I just know, though, every Abomasnow has a Jellicent, right? Like, that is such a good core. You always run Jellicent in the back. Yeah. So, like, I'm not surprised here. I am a little bit disappointed. 5. Alright. I mean, I get a nice catch-off, but at what cost? Do we think it's, like, Jellicent Talonflame in the back? It probably is something like that. I would love to survive this. I don't know if I do. I do, just barely. Landing the second Surf is actually pretty nice, because it guarantees that now they're in range where my Sableye can Shadow Claw down before they get to 2 moves. Alright, they full send immediately. Let's see if they want to give us a farm down. I would be kind of surprised if they do. I'd be very grateful if they did, though. No, they bring in their final Pokemon. It's a Gyarados. I should survive an Aqua Tail. And I do have a decent amount of energy still left over on my Corviknight. We'll see. I didn't get enough of an energy lead, though, to be able to outpace them to this move. Oh, wow, they let that go? Was not expecting that. I mean, that should put us in a decent spot here. Right? I really thought they'd shield that and, like, CMP the next Aqua Tail. I mean, do I not just win? What am I discounting here? Like, what about this am I not thinking about? Do I get, like, Powder Snow down, maybe? I don't think so. I think they just misplayed by no-shielding Gyarados. I should be able to get 2 Air Cutters here before I get farmed down. Like, I know Powder Snow's a good move now, but, like, it's not that good. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that was such an awkward endgame. I knew that Celio would always face off against a Jellicent, but luckily Sableye's pretty free into that team. And I think they might have misplayed. They should have shielded the Gyarados. I feel like that would have been the play. Next opponent. Corviknight into Blaziken. This is going to be interesting because I actually do super effective damage with my fast move and my charge move here. But so do they. So we'll figure out who is the superior Pokemon. I'm sure Air Cutter, for once, actually is going to look like it does real damage against this. They do shield. 6, 7, 8. If they have Blaze Kick, they can outpace us to the second Blaze Kick here. I mean, they could also Aura Sphere bait, but Aura Sphere would not one-shot us, so... Okay. 3. Okay. Not a Pokemon I have a hard counter to, but I think I'm fine with this still. We'll see, though. The Shadow Claw and Foul Play will add up quite a bit, but I can never use my shield here, I don't think. The shield here would probably lose me the game on the spot. Kind of a smart instant throw by them, actually. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to overfarm with my Celio against them. And this Body Slam should knock him out here. And Blaziken is so squishy that my Celio can even threaten them with a knockout here pretty consistently. But they were already at the move, which is a little bit nerve-wracking. Let's see what they want to do. Okay, they come in Malamar. I'll go for the Surf, just to try to get his shield here if possible. Or a lot of damage. Okay. I don't know if a Foul Play knocks us out. It's going to be kind of close if it does or not. They Superpower instead, which I think is better for me. Because now I Air Cutter, or I Sand Attack down, then I double Air Cutter the other guy. They reach a move at the last second, which I hope doesn't matter. I would be surprised if it mattered. Because that Blaziken should just be in Air Cutter range. And this is not going to put us into, like, single Ember farm down range. Yeah, I think we're fine here. They have a shield, so they'll likely shield this up. But even, like, a non-boosted Air Cutter should just be enough. But I get the boost, why not? So we'll never know. This Air Cutter will get the knockout here. So luckily, Corviknight, while it is so scared of Fire-type Pokemon, this is finally a Fire-type that Corviknight actually has play into. Next battle. Corviknight into Gourgeist. Okay. I'm actually going to be interested to see how this plays out. But honestly, like, do I stay in here? I don't think I do. I have a lot of fast move pressure in the back line. And while Corviknight has play in that matchup... Oh, interesting. They're just going for a Seed Bomb immediately. Maybe kind of smart. Because I'm not going to shield that, right? So I get tripped down quite a bit. Okay, well, I'm kind of glad I baited this out. Corviknight is my Basti counter, I guess. Basti, Gourgeist, we know this is going to be a good core in the next season. So right now they're at 4-3 away from the next move. Sometimes my brain moves too fast, or what my mouth is trying to say. 5 and 6. Okay. So they're at 7 right now. They have the Flamethrower. But it's a Flamethrower from a Basti. It's not going to one-shot me. I can no-shield this. I can overfarm a lot of energy. And Gourgeist is not a problem for my Corv, right? I wish I could Air Cutter this. I really do. I'm not going to take that risk, though. Alright, big payback. This should get the knockout. Yep. And if they come back in with that Gourgeist here, which they actually don't. 3. I feel like this is maybe still playable, despite how bad it looks. Okay, let that go. 4, 5, 6, 7. What do they do here? They Aura Wheel? Okay, that's actually huge, because I think I Powder Snow down now before they get to another Aura Wheel. 8, 9. That's a Psychic Fangs. I'm going to no-shield this. Okay. I just don't know if my Corviknight can survive long enough to get to another move here. That's going to be the big question, if I can get an Air Cutter or not. 2. Please, Corviknight. Oh, I should not have swapped here. I really did not expect them to no-shield that. I threw this game by swapping. I cannot believe they know. Why did they no-shield that? Ah! I had that so set in stone what I was gonna do. I should have just stayed in then. Wow. I don't think one Powder Stone knocks out here. Okay, well that's stupid. They should have never no-shielded that, I don't think. But they did. And that cost me the game because I swapped like a bozo. No, I should have won that one. That's so on me, though. Like, that is definitely on me. Oh my goodness, I'm an idiot. Next battle. We gotta not throw this one like we just did in that last game. We could have won that so easily. Okay, at least we have a good lead here. Our backline is a little bit soft to Shadow Scizor, so I'm happy to see this here. And they're staying in, which is also kind of interesting. I can survive a Night Slash. If they do boost, that is very uncool. But, I mean, Scizor is not going to be able to, like, really easily brute force this matchup. Okay. That is remarkably bad. Not only is my Corviknight good against a Scizor, it's kind of all that I have against a Furret. And we'll see what we can do. Okay, they let that go, though. 6. Alright. Actually, do I do a crazy play? I'm gonna do this. It might be really dumb, but I can actually just always outpace this Furret before they get to Trailblazes. Or they let that go. Scizor could come back in here. No, they bring in Toucannon, Shadow Toucannon at that. I'm gonna shield this. I want to get shields down here if I can. I'm at back-to-back right now, which is pretty helpful. I should survive a Drill Peck here. And hopefully I survive it enough to still threaten that Scizor later on with a move. Yeah, I should be able to. Okay. I have to shield this. They get the boost. That's not honestly bad for me, though. Honestly, them getting the boost, it's weird to say, might actually be good for my game. Oh, but they no-shield. That's actually good for their game. Nice. That was such a close endgame there. I knew that I had all the energy I needed to win, but it's just such high offense Pokemon that I'm fighting against. So any misplay could lead to a loss in that game. That was so close there, though. GG's. Next opponent. We got Corviknight into Oranguru. Well, that's good now, isn't it? Our backline's pretty soft to this. I guess Sableye honestly isn't that bad. Never mind. But like I resist all the fast food pressure, and well, they can brutal swing me here. Like, it's not going to do that much. It's just a brutal swing from an Oranguru. I wonder if you run Foul Play now, actually, because Foul Play did get that damage increase. Okay, just a brutal swing comes through. Build up a bit of an extra energy, geez, just in case they end up swapping out. So that way I could chip and dip if I need to. Because you wouldn't stay in this matchup unless you're, like, really weak to Corviknight, right? And I just farmed down now, too. I don't even need an Air Cutter. And now this monkey is not that big of a problem for my Celio or my Sableye. I could easily farm them down before they get to another move. They've got to be so scared of this Corviknight. I'm going to swap out if they have something that just hard counters me here. Okay, or if it's a Blaziken, I stay in, because Blaziken is a little bit unnerving. Actually, wait, no, maybe I swap out now, though. I'm going to swap to Sableye. Because Celio's not honestly that bad into Blaziken. Not when I'm up a shield. And these Shadow Claws are kind of tearing through them. Okay, no Blaze Kick. Of course. It has to be, like, the one thing that, like, I really wouldn't have wanted to see swapped in. 5. Not quite at the foul play. But I think we're still in a very playable spot here. 6. 7. I survive as Swift is the thing, right? So I can just farm this all the way down, and if I need to, I can still get a move with my Corviknight into that Blaziken. The Icy Wind, that is insane. They can Swift us now for sure, but that doesn't knock us out. And they'll just have way too much energy against them now. Okay. Probably should have gone for the Water Pulse here, honestly. No, it's fine. They shield. Because we're so good. Or the Surf. It's not Water Pulse, it's Surf this thing runs. It used to run Water Pulse, but, like, doesn't anymore. Okay. Now we just swap here. We get the Air Cutter if we need to. Honestly, we probably just farm down even. Yeah, they were so soft to Corviknight this game. So Corviknight closes it out. And we get the win. All right. 0-4-1 set, too. Oh, it could have been a 5-0. Shiny Togedemaru. Oh, my goodness. That's kind of cool. I don't think that Togedemaru is a good Pokemon. But I got it. I got a Togedemaru. It's my first time getting a shiny, too. That's crazy. Okay. Is it the rank 1? No. We'll cash that in. And rank 14, here we come. This team was a lot of fun, and honestly, I think despite the electric-type weakness that we have here in the lead, it is still a very consistent team. I used this team to keep on climbing up a couple sets after this, and I got my Elo reveal in, like, the 2250s. I don't even know if that's good this season. It's so weird, because it's an interlude season. But even still, this team was a lot of fun to use. Give it a go if you want to try out Shadow Sableye. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.